Think you crazy, say you hate me. Time play crazy like why you hate me.
We already know.
You pray for better's what you asking for. I give you better than what you asking for. Tired of the arguing.
Hello and welcome to Barbershop.Talk podcast. Now this is the podcast where our topics are determined by the conversation in the barbershop. Now we're located in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we are in Out the Way Studio. But I'm not here alone. I'm here with my co-host. Hey, EC.
I'm gone. I'm
Thank you, J-Rod. It's a pleasure to co-host Barbershop.Talk podcast here in Out the Way Studio.
Right, yeah.
And like J-Rod said, if it comes up on Saturday, it goes down in the podcast.
And she right back
It's the
like
summertime, and we need to unwind.
and some Tito's.
Let's enjoy this moment.
But
While this fool in the White House is creating madness, let Barbershop.Talk fill your day with gladness. Now tune in as we turn up with our diversionary packs. Catch a laugh and a smile. Say that's fantastic.
yeah,
You know something, KC?
What's that, J-Rod?
That was fantastic. Hey, how do you become with all those openings? I mean, you kind of change it. We did it over and over and over. And when I mean over and over and over, we did a lot of episodes, but it seemed like you're very creative on each and every last one of our introductions.
Yeah, I pretty much just, we get the overview of the show.
Okay.
And then from the overview, I just kind of, freestyle something from that.
Are you like a rapper?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
I just heard freestyle. Hey, we're gonna try something, KC. Now in the barbershop, a lot of our customers are our age, older, but we do have some younger customers as well. But they was talking about the songs in the 60s. I mean, in the 60s, KC. Now, in the 60s, I have to admit, I was like a young kid in the 60s.
Yeah, and I wasn't even born yet.
Okay, now we lying on but this is what they wanted us to do. This is the game that we played in the barbershop, right? We just played a theme song to a show.
Mm-hmm.
And we tried to determine what
the show was.
Yeah. So we're going to do that, Casey, between you and I.
Okay.
You and I. Now, since you wasn't born yet, I should be victorious, but I doubt it.
Okay, let's get some clarity on the rules.
Oh, here we go. Here we go with the rules. And what it says right here, you will hear the theme song for 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
If you need more time, you can always pause the video, which we're not going to do that.
Right.
Now, this last sentence where it says good luck, that's for you, Casey. That's for you.
Well, I'll take all the luck I can get.
All right.
So we just blur out the answer when we know it, or we gotta wait?
Yeah, just blur it out. Blow it out. All right, here we go.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and play this first one. Hydro Genie. Yeah, so I think you're right. How'd you say that? Because you said, what did you say?
I said Bewitched.
And I said, I German Genie, but I think you're right. I think it is Bewitched.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, there you go. All right, we're going to keep rolling on this thing. Wait a minute. How you know that so fast? Oh, and you wasn't born yet. That's what he said. He said he was. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Way too many shows that start out with.
You're right. Oh, boy. All right, I'm going to get the next one.
The number one food for regular BMs, huh?
I know that.
Okay, let's see.
I know the number one food
Okay.
for BM, which is bowel movement.
Oh, shoot. I don't know if I want to know that food.
I think it's prune juice. Is prune juice a food?
I think it's White Castle.
All right, well, we're going to go back to our game here. Here we go.
Right.
All right, let's do it. All right, I guess it's giving the answer to the last one.
Take that one.
Well, here, wait a minute, hold on. We're gonna do it one more time. What it was doing is giving you a little chance to warm up here. So let's do it. All right, that's that Andy Griffith. That was a good show.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Don Knotts won Best Supporting Actor 5 years in a row.
Well, that was a mistake. I kind of thought it should have been Opie or AB.
That's why he wasn't on the board.
Come and listen to the story about a man.
The Beverly
Beverly Hills. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think you got that one right too, KC.
Chad, the poor mountaineer, barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food and it threw the ground from above the road. Yeah, that is Black Gold, Texas Heat.
Now, do you know who performed that song?
No, but I know that was a racist.
I thought you performed that song.
Nope. It was a racist when he said black gold. I'm just saying, what a black guy doing anything? All right, okay, this is what we're going to do here. We're going to see if we can give you a bonus. And also our listeners, so you get a bonus. I'm going to point at a character, and you tell me that person's name.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
That's G, Uncle G.
That's right, Jay Climpett. All right, who's this one?
Granny.
That was Granny. Oh,
That was your
good.
love interest, wasn't it?
She was a sexy little granny. All right, who's this right here?
Ellie Mae.
Uh-huh. And what about this guy?
Drysdale.
Oh, that is correct. All right, how about her?
Miss Jane, his assistant.
And this guy?
Ain't got a clue about Jethro.
All right. Oh, very good. Very good. All right, we're gonna move on there. All right, let's go.
So Jed moved away from there. Said California is a
What is your
Adams Family.
Yes, it is.
Uh-oh, I got one. Yeah. I knew that, Casey. You know, there's a reason why I knew that, Casey.
Why is that, J-Rap?
I don't know. I had no idea. All right, but I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna. Do you know the characters on here?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
All right, let's give it a shot. All right, the first one we're gonna go for this guy right here. Gomez. How about this dude right here?
Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester. How about this big fella? Lurch. Ooh, I don't remember this one.
Me.
He must have been an auntie or something. All right, how about Fat Boy?
I don't remember his name.
Me either. How about this one here?
Morticia.
And how about this one here?
Wednesday.
Very good.
Pugsley. His boy's name is Pugsley.
Puzzly.
Yeah.
Hey.
And maybe that lady was Thing. They were showing the real lady that played Thing.
No, Thing wasn't Thing the
Harry Thing.
Yeah, Harry Thing. Yeah.
You're thinking of I think Hand was just Hand.
Yeah, it was him, but the Harry Thing was called Thing, right?
No, that was
Yeah.
Thing. And I think that's the lady that played Thing. They were just showing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Hey, speaking of that, KC, I'll give you some Indianapolis Channel 4 trivia question.
All right.
Because there was do you remember, I'm trying to give you a claim, no, I can't give you a clue, but do you remember Sammy Terry? Sammy Terry.
Yes.
I used to like him. All right, back to the game. All right, here we go, KC. Here we go. All right.
space. The final.
Ain't the Star Trek? Man, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Frontier.
You your first word was Star Trek.
This is Star Trek.
It is.
With Captain Kirk, the bad.
These are the
Captain
voyages of the starship Enterprise.
Oh, I
Its
like that.
5-year mission to explore strange new worlds,
Now, one thing I'll say
seek
about
new life and new civilizations,
What are you gonna say about Captain Kirk?
to boldly go where no
It
man.
was what?
he wasn't racist.
No, because I think that in one of the episodes, didn't he get together with a green lady?
Yeah, he screwed all the creatures in the universe. He would boldly go where other men would.
Now, that's a good point, Casey. But I'm going to make this comment because it's one of the things about Star Trek that bothered me.
Yeah.
So, do you remember this lady right here? Lieutenant Uhura, I think her name was.
Yes.
She was the African American that was in the and what do they call this area right here? The bridge, right?
Oh, on the bridge.
Yeah. What killed me is they always showed the back of her head. And as a professional barber, I didn't like seeing those nappy things in the back of her head. I always wanted her to have a haircut. I did. You know, we used to call it back the kitchen. I hate when they show the back of her head because she needed something. She needs some haircut.
She got some face time. Now, a little side note, J-Rod.
All right.
So she actually got on that show because she was dating the producer of the show.
Oh, is that right?
That is true.
That's good. That's good background information. Can you tell me anything about Zulu? Because he was the only Asian on the show. That's this guy right here. He's the only Asian in the whole show.
Well,
Zulu.
I don't know if his name was Zulu.
His name was Zulu.
I don't know about that.
I'm telling you, I see.
The one thing I can tell you is that years later after the show, I found out that he
Wait a minute, hold on. Is it going to deal with Zulu?
Zulu, like the Zulu Nation?
No, the Zulu. He's the
About
character.
him, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So years later after the show, found out he actually was gay.
Okay.
Yeah, and he lived in a concentration camp when he was a child.
All right, that's good background.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Okay.
And his name was Zulu.
Man has gone.
I Spy. Mr. Gadget? No, I Spy. All right, well, that's what I guess. I don't know. Mr. Smart.
Get Smart.
Oh, Get Smart. Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
I couldn't think of his name.
I couldn't get it yet. I still something smart, but okay, it was Get Smart. That was a pretty decent show. He was like a Mr. Gadget, I thought.
Well, yeah. But he was a bumbling idiot.
Okay, I know this has something to do with a private investigator.
Yeah.
It's not Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
It certainly is.
No, but it's something that deals with some type of
I
investigation.
know I was ready to go surfing.
Wait a minute. Okay, whoa. This ain't Mission Impossible, is it? I'm just, okay. All right, here we go. What? Oh, I was way off. I was way off.
Wait a minute, that's not it. You gotta keep letting it play.
That's the Monster.
Oh, the monster. Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
because Monster was the competitor to the Adam family.
Yeah, the precursor, actually.
Yeah. All right, so here we go.
There is a fifth dimension.
Twilight Zone. Okay, I think he got me because I said,
Beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity.
I want to tell you something.
It is the middle ground between light
That is just
and
good
shadow,
today.
between science and
know what?
superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears
Me and my lady
and the
came
summit.
back and watch some old episodes.
Yeah, the Twilight Zone. That was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get this one right.
Rod Sterling.
Okay. Rod Sterling,
That's him.
Rod Hurling. I'm going to get the next one. Here we go.
Of his knowledge. This is
Now that one's I Dream of Genie.
Yes, it is.
All right, finally I got one.
Arguably the sexiest woman on TV at that time.
Well, what did you just say, Casey?
I said arguably the sexiest woman on TV at that time.
Oh, well,
But arguably,
wait, okay.
because
You do realize this is a racist show, right?
the what show?
Racist.
Well, I Dream of Genie?
Yeah. Because he always would say, Master. Master. Okay. Okay, I think I take that too far. All right, there it is.
right, now let me hold that right there for a second. There.
I missed out. I'm sorry. I missed that sucker, Casey.
All right, no problem, no problem.
But you know something?
I was going to ask you who's from these characters.
The only character I really remember was
Genie.
and I think was it Nelson? I think the astronaut was Nelson.
Major Nelson.
All right, that's about as far as I know. I'm going. You know what I'm going to do, Casey? I'm going to let our listeners try to figure out this one. I'm going to give them some time to have them figure it out.
All right.
Here we go. All right, listeners. Tell me if you can get this one.
This tiny ship, the mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure.
All right, now let me tell you something, Casey. If our listeners missed this one, if they don't know what this one is, something was seriously wrong with them. Okay, now before I say that, I better double check to make sure you know. What was that?
That was Gilligan's Island.
All right, you
The
absolutely
dumbest
right.
show on TV.
Well, hold on. Why was it dumb?
I don't know if we got enough time to say all the reasons, but I'll just go through a couple real quick. Okay, first of all, I'm on a deserted island.
Okay.
And, you know, we have to build our little hut where we're going to sleep at night, right?
Right.
I could sleep with Ginger or Mary Ann, or I could sleep with the skipper. Is you kidding me?
Okay, all right, okay. First of all, look, Casey, I've been knowing you a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had to pick out one for you, the one that you really desire, it would have been Mrs. Howe.
Well, you know, I like a good poop.
Sail that day for a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour.
What bugged me the most about that show?
All right, I'll listen to you.
Okay. Every episode,
Uh-huh.
some new person or persons or animal would find their way on the island and off the island, and these fools were stuck there every week.
Leave the show alone, Casey. It was entertaining. All right, we're going to go to the next one. We'll give our listeners another thing. All
I
right.
had to say that.
Apparently so. Even though we said we're going to let our listeners,
I know.
but you right, that it was Dick Van Dyke.
But let me explain why I said that.
Why'd you say that?
Remember earlier when I said that Jeannie was arguably the sexiest woman on TV?
Yes, I do remember that.
Well, I thought there was one woman sexier.
Was that Mrs. Howe?
Well, two women. Mary Tyler Moore on the Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's a little tight kid.
All right.
Dang,
All right. What do you think, listeners? Come on, listeners.
you know the difference.
I do not. Yeah, apparently my mother didn't let me watch this one. I had no idea that was Doctor Who. You know, I wonder if any of our listeners out there will know that. You know, we do have a listener. He used to call in all the time. That Money Mike.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably boring enough to listen to Doctor Who. All right, forget that. Forget that comment. We're gonna do it again. All right, we're gonna let our listeners see if they can figure this one out.
Rain and wind and weather, hell and leather. Wishing my gal was by my...
Hold on, Casey. I know it's a Western.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Cowboys.
Okay.
Do you think the same thing?
I ain't got a clue. I ain't
No.
heard that.
It's gonna go. What? Look, you gonna listen to that. I'm
All
showing.
right.
You're gonna hear
Let's
it.
see if there's a
All
little
right,
bit ball.
here we go.
My side, all the things I miss, good feels, love and kissing. I waited at the end of my life.
Gunsmoke. That one.
No, ain't no damn gun smoke.
I think it's Gunsmoke.
That ain't no gun.
I hit him up.
Oh, Rawhide. Okay. Well, I was close. I got Western. All right, we'll let our listeners Figure this one out. Here's the next one.
Mount hit 'em up, raw high.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
The Avengers.
Had me.
The British Avengers.
Ah, Grace, I never seen that before. Have you seen that? Have you watched that show?
Actually, I used to watch it late night when I was in kindergarten.
That's
That's true, though. That's true.
Okay.
It used to come on after the news.
Let's try this.
I'm riding a little train that
Oh, I know that.
down the
Is that some conjunction?
Petticoat Junction.
Petticoat Junction. Okay.
tracks to the
Sorry, listeners, I didn't give you a chance.
Forget about your cares, it is time to relax at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
What's the dog thing?
You bet.
You mean that dog right there?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Benji.
I had no idea. Okay.
Okay, the guy in the upper right.
Which one? This guy right here?
Upper right. The other
Up
right.
here, this one?
Yeah.
Green Jean?
Oh,
No, that was Captain Kangaroo. My bad. I don't know.
Drucker.
Okay, I have no idea who any of these characters are.
All right.
All right, we're going to go on.
Need more when you get
Jump.
Hold on. Is that Ponderosa? Or Bonanza?
Yeah, they're really the same show. What happened was, it originally was Ponderosa on one network,
Okay.
and then they was on that network for a few seasons, and that network canceled them, and another network bought the show and renamed it Bonanza.
All right, only thing I remember is the Ponderosa Steakhouse.
You know their name?
I might have, but
My electricity bill dropped from $150.
I might have, but I don't. I might have.
Okay.
Yeah, Haas. Yeah. Okay.
Joe?
Yeah, Joe. What he used to play? Then he played. What's that? Some of the Angel.
Down. Oh, something else.
Yeah, it was a whole new different show.
Little House on the Prairie.
Okay. All right. Here we go. We're gonna try the next one now. Let's give our listener a chance to get this one.
All right.
Come on. Oh, I know this one. Yeah. Yeah. You know my
I'm
favorite.
better than the newer version.
You know my favorite character out of all these folks up there. It's an easy guess.
Morris?
The dude with the dark complected skin. That's my favorite character. You know why he was my favorite character, KC? Because he was probably the only show that the black man didn't get killed first. That's why I used to like it. That's why I used to like him. He never got shot. All right, here we go. Oh, surely you gotta be into this one.
Yeah.
Come on, listeners. You gotta know it. That's right, my pizza. Now, Casey, do you know the name of the dog on this show?
Mud?
I don't know. I didn't even know they had a dog. I don't remember that part.
Chip and Ernie.
Okay, all right. My pizza. I used to watch that quite a bit. Oh, this is gonna be a hard one. I don't know.
Hazel?
Hazel. What, hazelnut?
Just Hazel.
Hazel. Okay. Let's try that. Oh, lost his thing. All right, we're gonna try that. What the hell is that?
Outer Limits?
What the hell is that, Casey?
Outer Limits, maybe? Oh, I didn't.
What? Dark Shadow, wasn't that a soap opera or something?
Kind of a spoof of a soap opera.
Yeah.
I never really watched it.
All right, you know something? I'm tired of the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
I'm going to move on because you know what? Because I think even though we was in the 60s back in the day, I think we still can jam today. When I'm talking about jam, Casey, I'm talking we still can dance.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we used to tear up the dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we got a couple of videos of our customers cutting up. Now, you tell me. Now, it seems like every time you get older and people are looking at you dance, they call you uncle. And I don't... I understand that. But this uncle right here is killing it. Check it out.
Number one fan, yes I am. All these kids realize that I'm the man. Just 3 and maybe quarter of an inch bigger than last year was still a unique figure. Rob Stringer, Doc No. Kids in the cribs want dibs on the big man. Can he come out? Can he come out? Summer Jam. I'm his number one fan.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Casey, tell me you didn't used to dance like that.
Still do, J-Rock.
No, hold on, Casey. Hold on. You probably can if you use being gay or something like that.
I mean, yeah, and I'm going to be hurting for a day or two afterwards. But, you know,
right.
for the right occasion, I'll sacrifice.
All right. Now they still talking about the older group, right? Mm-hmm. So we want to check this one out because this one deals with a female, right? A daughter and mother. Now, I know you're familiar with the song. Here we go. That's the young girl.
Yeah. Oh, great, Grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some seeds right there.
Ah.
Oh, she getting into it now. Hey,
Them knees is hurting.
yeah, I'm good.
Them knees is hurting.
Well,
she limping to death.
She gonna put some ice on her knees. She go. But I can't say it, Casey. When we get older, we have the tendency to be more truthful. Do you remember in the younger days when we give advice? Sometimes we used to what they call sugar coated.
Yeah, ain't no more sugar coat to get to this day. You get raw.
You raw.
Yeah, you
raw.
Just pure castor oil.
That's right. So I want you to listen to the conversation between a grandmother and a granddaughter. This is a good example of how when you get older, you just put it out there.
How do I make a man happy?
You got to keep his balls empty and his belly full and keep your pink canoe ready at all times.
Grandma, how do
That sounds like some pretty good advice, Casey. I'm just saying. That's it. She just put it out there.
I ain't comment on that.
No, you keep laughing. I'm just saying. You know, like I said, she must know from experience, Casey. That's all I got to say. She has to know from experience. But now, also, some of these older folks, you know, they've been living a long time and they're best friends. Mm-hmm. And they are now familiar with each other enough to be raw. Just tell each other what they think. Mm-hmm. And I think that's unfiltered. I think it's a good thing, too. Check this out.
Is this cake store-bought, bitch?
Why your fat ass worried about it? You still gonna inhale it like you never ate before, greedy nosy bitch. Damn.
Is this cake store-bought, bitch?
No, that was a little bit too raw.
They best friends.
Yeah, I don't think I heard my grandmother talk like that.
One time on the phone, she didn't know I was walking in the room.
Hey, I'm going to switch on you real quick, Casey.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, I know we said we wasn't going to get in politics on this podcast, but I'm just going to touch on it, and then I'll jump off real quick.
Okay.
Because I do think that Donald Trump has no respect for the Constitution whatsoever. I really don't.
Yeah, and the thing is, he says he's a historian.
That's what he said.
Yeah, so they need to put him to the test.
Well, I agree they need to put him to the test because he said he knows, I know history better than anyone. He said it something like that. I know for a fact. But this is what he had said. Everybody know for a fact that he said the Constitution don't apply to him. But this man got a bunch of nerves and he talks a bunch of crap, and you gotta see this.
Give him something easier. Donald, tell us what the Declaration of Independence is. And remember, this is the document in which we declared independence.
Of course, you have the Declaration of Independence.
What does it mean to you?
Well, it means exactly what it says. It's a declaration. It's a declaration of unity and love and respect, and it means a lot. And it's something very special to our country.
Look at Terry Moran's face. He looks like a teacher about to call the school psychologist. So let's give him something.
That is hilarious.
Oh, it is, J-Rod.
That is hilarious. You know, it reminds me when I was in school and I didn't know the answer. I used to always say the title of the chapter. They just try to make up stuff. And hopefully something stick.
And how embarrassing. The President of the United States ain't got a clue what the Declaration of Independence is.
No, he don't have a clue about a lot of things, Casey.
That's true. But if you don't know that, you know you're not qualified to be there.
Well, that's because he was a DEI hired.
He definitely was.
Hey, let me switch gears on you. I love switching gears because, you know, it was Be Kind to Animal Day.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't today, but there is a Be Kind to Animal Day.
Uh-huh.
And you're supposed to be kind. And so these people send in videos showing the kindness and love that they give their pets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like pet videos every now and then.
Do you have a pet, Casey?
Hell no. I like videos every now and then. I don't want no damn pet that I gotta take care of.
That's a bad answer, Casey. That's a bad answer.
Yeah, I do have a pet. I mean, it's a pet rock.
Oh, boy. Oh, okay.
You know, it's my pet.
That was easy.
All right, here we go. With our videos about people doing kind things to their pet.
Bite his
Fuck it, William, it's just fun.
See, something wrong with these people, Casey. They should not treat their pets like that.
That's disgusting.
That is.
But the pet shouldn't be laying up on somebody's ass either.
Well, speaking of laying on somebody's ass, if you got some pounds on you, you cannot be an owner of a dog.
At least a small one.
Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. She can't find her dog.
Yeah, she's putting up a loud pup. Only thing I hope, J-Rod, I hope she find that dog before she put it out.
The dog's already dead, Casey. The dog is already dead. She better go buy it. I saw no, she got to buy another one. I'm just moving on. I'm moving on. Now, we did talk in the barbershop, Casey, and I think he was there at this part when they was talking about how in today's world, how women get attention of men.
Mm-hmm. And how they, how now today, this generation, a big thing with women is finding a guy that can make them work.
Well, okay.
You can't do drowning, right?
Now this.
That'll get your attention, Casey. That'll get your attention.
That'll get me running.
See, that's why I was scared to go to the pool today. No. Now, saying all that, it's one of the most important things I think that a person can have in the United States, in any country in the world, is communication skills.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get things confused.
Right.
You got to be able to articulate what you want to say.
Yeah.
Are you good at articulating things, Casey?
At times.
At times, but don't make this mistake.
He's like, can you get what? Some headphones. He's like, can he get some head from you?
He said headphones.
Oh, I thought he said head from you. You said,
I agree with you.
he's like, can you get what?
He said.
That's what you don't want to get wrong. He said headphones.
Okay. Sounds like what the guy in the white t-shirt said. But okay.
All right. Hey, now this next video I thought was pretty funny because this prank's been going on the internet for a while, and that's when you go up this escalator and the lady kind of flirt with the guy, and normally the guy would say something, they smile at each other, and they meet at the end of this escalator going the opposite direction. It's a very sweet thing.
Okay.
So I'm assuming this is going to happen right here, since that one didn't work out like the rest of them.
Well, I mean, you know, you got to be aware of the surroundings. He's standing there with a woman, and you gonna do that? You know.
Maybe she didn't notice the lady, Casey.
She noticed her now.
All right. Now this one is a joke, and this joke was actually told by a young guy in our barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's all over the internet, but I thought it was pretty funny. So I want you to hear this joke. Okay. He's talking to his father.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, what?
Want to hear a joke?
You want to hear a joke?
Little Johnny's in spelling class, and the teacher says, who can spell the word before? Little Susie raises her hand, and she says B-E-P-H, and the teacher says, nope, next. Little Billy raises his hand, and he says B-E-F-O-O, and the teacher says, nope, next. And little Johnny raises his hand. He says, hey, teacher, I got this. B-E-F-O-R-E, before. The teacher says, that's great, little Johnny. Can you use it in the sentence, please? Little Johnny says, sure I can. 2 + 2 before.
We just talked about communication.
That's exactly work, little Johnny.
You know, when I was in elementary school, I got to tell you something, Casey. I had a record of our elementary school.
A record?
Yes, a record when it came to a spelling bee.
Yeah?
Yep, I think it's still standing today. It was
on the first letter?
No. It was a spelling bee. I had the record from the years that I was there. The spelling bee contest, nobody ever beat me. I had the record.
Did you compete at all, J. Rod?
Yes, in fact, my record, I was the first one out of the spelling bee every single year. I was the first one.
I can't believe.
Oh, I'm telling you. Now, let me tell you something I used to do, Casey.
Mm-hmm.
The teacher say, J. Rod, spell hospital. And I just sat down.
You didn't make an attempt.
No. I didn't make an attempt for 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. I had no idea.
How was you advancing to all these grades?
Casey, I don't know. But I got a test for you.
Okay.
All right, I want you to check this out.
All right.
I want you to read this. Read it, and our listeners can read it too.
Gay test.
Mm-hmm.
You see Spider-Man, I've got bad news for you. I don't see Spider-Man.
But you see Spider-Man. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and end our podcast. Mm-hmm. All right, simmer down. And this is about you have to do the right thing in the gym. You know, there's so many times that things are questionable in the gym, but a lot of times things are legit. So I just want to say you got to have a little bit of gym etiquette.
Yeah, that's great. Me too. So just like you have a tampon sticking out the back.
It's etiquette. You're right. That's what I look for. Etiquette. You know, don't always think that somebody's trying to hit on you. They may be trying to help you. So you just need to cut that crap out. That's all I got to say. You know, something, Casey, I think it's time we may want to close this show up.
It is, J. Rod. I hope you had fun, and I hope it diverted you from all the craziness that's going on right now.
That's right. And I don't know how well you did on that, the theme songs, but surely you did better than KC.
Who did better than J-Rock?
So with that being said, let's go ahead and close out.
I want to thank you for listening to Barbershop.Talk podcast. Please tell your family, friends, and enemies about our podcast, Barbershop.Talk, available on your favorite podcast platforms. Let's have peace in the streets. Be safe, be wise, and be loved. And we say, go mob.
I'm bad, bitch. Money count on, cash on me. Shawty blow my phone, that's corny.
That's a no.
I'm tryna hustle, that white woman.